Hello everyone, hello. I am Jacqueline Rose and I am with the Division of Academics and I'm here with
Angela DeSalvo from New Teacher Induction.
Yay! Okay, so we are going to be talking about a few different things today. Our first one is, Angela, tell us about what it is that you do and what department you're with and how they kind of service the teachers of Fort Worth ISD.
So first of all, I am so glad to be here, and thank you to Jacqueline for inviting me for this great opportunity. I am a member of the New Teacher Induction Specialist team, which is a part of professional learning and innovation. And essentially the goal of our department is to support new educators to Fort Worth along their path to becoming the best teachers that they can be. We focus on pedagogy, management. Essentially, we are trying to serve as the catalyst for that teacher growth through our coaching and support.
Okay, awesome. Oh, there's Tanisha. Hi, Tanisha.
Oh.
So she is going to be sharing with us kind of some insider tips and tricks, some survival techniques for those new teachers out there. We're back in the swing of things, back in school. It can be kind of overwhelming for those new teachers, not just new to Fort Worth, but new to the classroom especially. So where can a new teacher go once they've gone through the support system that you guys provide? Where can they go for resources or tools or things to really just help empower them or even give them ideas?
Okay, first off, our department has our own It's Learning page. It is not live yet, but will be live the first week of October.
Okay.
And on that page, we'll find instructional videos, summations of our videos and information from our Jumpstart Teacher Academy, as well as links to resources. And I'll show you, we use Teach Like a Champion with people who attend our Jumpstart and brand new to Fort Worth. And so our It's Learning will be the first source of information that new teachers, and anyone for that matter who just wants to grow in their teaching can access. In addition to that, we provide pit stops throughout the year on Saturdays for professional learning opportunities, as well as for new teachers who miss Jumpstart Teacher Academy.
Okay.
We will also offer encore sessions of those. You might have seen this floating around your campus, so take a look and you can join us and register on Eduphoria.
And so just to be clear, if you missed that kickoff, Jumpstart, new teacher, big, awesome event they had, that's okay. You can still come get help. They still will welcome you with open arms.
Right.
They want to help you as much as they can and really be a part of this Fort Worth ISD community. So please do not hesitate to reach out to them. This is what they love to do.
That's
so
right.
Please hit them up. So when it comes to new teachers and all of the challenges that come with being a new teacher and having a new classroom and a new set of kids and all the new things that come with that, what is something that you want your new teachers to walk away remembering or cling to during the year when they are in the trenches just feeling overwhelmed? What is something you want them to remember?
One of the big messages that our department as a whole, all of our specialists really enforce and just really try to reiterate with our new teachers is asking for help. Too often as educators, there's a stigma attached with asking for help as a sign of weakness, and we all know that asking for help is actually a sign of having a growth mindset and trying to grow ourselves as professionals. So sometimes you don't even know what to ask, and that's okay. You just give the battle cry of I need help, and you will be amazed at the number of people who will be there for you. And with that said, for those of us who are veterans in the education field, to kind of put ourselves out there and offer tools, offer that help, offer that assistance to kind of break down those educational silos which tend to happen in the school, especially when we get started with the teaching. And so just asking for help, and also I am a huge fan of the Cult of Pedagogy's blog by Jennifer Gonzalez, and she does an article called Finding Your Marigold. And so I always
your marigold, like marigold, the flower?
Like the flower. And essentially it's about finding those people on your campus and your professional learning network who are positive, who inspire you, who also challenge you to support you along your growth to becoming an awesome Fort Worth ISD educator.
And I think that in that blog, and I think it was derived from some book that it talked about other flowers that, or other, I guess, analogies and metaphors that compared types of people and how they will affect you in the workplace and you in the classroom.
Yes.
What was that other flower? I cannot remember.
There's a walnut tree, which is kind of the adversary to the marigold, because they do not work as a unit. And so it kind of, the article is great not only to find those people who you can depend on for that support, but also to kind of stay away from negativity, from those kind of things that can drain us and bring us down, not only as professionals, but also personal. And so if you have a chance to check that out and read that, everyone in our department, and I think a lot of educators are familiar with her and that blog post. It's definitely inspirational. It's funny. It's just a great take on essentially what we try to do.
She's awesome, and it's Cult of Pedagogy.
Yes.
If you are interested in that. And we can link that website as well whenever we repost this video. And when it comes to new teachers and talking about staying with the positive and stuff, I read something once that said the most dangerous place on a school campus is the teacher's lounge. And just be really aware and kind of cognitive of how those interactions with other teachers are letting you view your profession and view your classroom and view your students. Because sometimes you will experience teachers that maybe have a preconceived notion of a student, and they try to convince you, hey, that kid, well, don't worry about him, don't mess with him, he's this, or he's a family that they're all trouble and he's a bad kid. Don't listen to them. I mean, really build that own relationship. Don't listen. That's how you break through to those students.
Yep. We talk a lot about in our department about positive presupposition, and even when we are faced with those adversaries or people who challenge our
walnut trees.
Walnut trees.
Hi, Allison.
That it's important that we try to be the beacon of light and representatives of those type of students, those types of families in our schools, and so to try to change the mindset of anyone who thinks otherwise or is not aligned with that bigger vision.
And I know that sometimes that can be hard whenever you're starting in a new school and you're starting, you want to connect with other teachers, you want to build that family, and so you will have that kind of, well, should I just join in with this, or but it's okay if you want to continue to be the positive person and focus on building a relationship with that child or those children and doing what's best for them. It's okay if the teachers don't understand, because you're not there to, I guess, make them like you or even have them approve of your methods. You're there for the children, and you're there to build those relationships. So just really, really think about, what is my purpose, and am I really meeting the needs of these students, and be your marigold. And what is the marigold, why is it the marigold that she uses in that? It's been too long since I read it.
It's been a little while, and
maybe
I just sent it to someone.
Bright and shiny.
I think that is kind of they're orange, and they are symbolic of the sun and the positivity and the warmth. And her primary focus through that article is kind of talking about how you don't let other people diminish your sunshine. And I love it.
I love it too. Yes. So make sure you check that out. It's awesome. So speaking of building a support system, we're talking about class culture as well. And if you are striving to be a marigold and be in a field of marigold and all these sorts of things, your classroom is going to reflect that. So if you surround yourself with people and educators who believe, not necessarily believe the same things you are, because I think being around people who have different beliefs is really how we grow. And it's how it stretches our minds, but who support your mission, I guess, your end goal, your main end goal of education. So that's going to affect your students in a positive way. They're going to feel more secure and really a part of that. How have you seen classroom culture be affected by the way teachers kind of connect and the way that they establish themselves?
I think it goes back to Fort Worth ISD's First Five, and spending that time on building that classroom culture and mutual respect. And more importantly, it's about building that community in the classroom where students feel like their voice matters, and they what they have to say counts, and that they are a valued member of that community. And we see a lot of that going on around Fort Worth ISD and in our new teachers' classrooms, and it takes work. It's not something that just happens, and it's something that you have to be consistent and maintain, just as you would do with any relationship. But most importantly is creating those relationships and that classroom culture, and it without it, no instruction can take place. So it's very, very valuable to getting student, parent, community buy-in.
And I love that you said that it's just like any other relationship, because I think sometimes we forget that that's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
These are just relationships. Also, how cool would it be if those sunflowers were marigolds? I just realized that.
Let's pretend they
Let's
are.
pretend they are. That would be perfect. Just pretend. Okay, it's fine. But I think that we as educators do forget that these are humans that have relationship needs and have emotional needs and
want to feel connected.
Yes, they have those desires to feel important and connected, and it should be treated as a relationship, and you do have to work at it just like a relationship. It's hard sometimes, but it'll be worth it. So also, speaking of building relationships, our highlighted feature tool is one that Angela and I are both very passionate about, and I try not to push it too hard, but she brought this up independently, and I was like, yes, let's do it. But it is Twitter.
Yay!
Angela, why do you love Twitter so much?
I love Twitter because I find that it's an opportunity for me to grow my professional learning network. I use Twitter for inspiration, for tools, to engage with other educators globally, to kind of keep abreast about new research, things that are going on. Most importantly, I fill my Twitter with all kinds of things that make me happy and positive and just really pro-education, pro-kids.
I love that. And it is one of the reasons why I love Twitter is because you do have that choice in what your Twitter experience is. And often the first time whenever we talk about Twitter to teachers or new teachers, it's, oh, I don't do Twitter. And it's like, girl, I understand. I had that same mentality for years. I thought it was just what the Kardashians had for lunch. No one cares what I eat. I am not about Twitter. But once I realized the kind of tool that it was and what was possible, it changed everything, and it really did open up not just a whole different avenue of learning, but an avenue of connection and building relationships. And I've had so many awesome experiences that there's no way I would have had I not been connected on Twitter. And the importance of building a PLN is vital, especially when you are a new teacher. How is that something that you think benefits new teachers when they're getting started?
I think, like I referred to before, about just kind of the silos that we unintentionally create for ourselves. Twitter is just one of the many tools that allow us to just branch out, engage in professional learning, talk to other educators who might be experiencing the same thing for that connection, all from the comfort of the couch at home. And so
in your PJs.
Yes. And so it offers us that opportunity to see outside of our classroom and to see our impact. And I love it. I love to celebrate teachers. I love to celebrate the great things that are happening around Fort Worth ISD and everywhere. And so it is an opportunity to share in that joy with other people who experience and feel the same way.
Yes, I agree. I love it. Well, if you have, speaking of Twitter, you're welcome to hit either one of us up.
Please.
I tagged both of our accounts in the title of this Periscope. She's doing amazing things.
Thank you.
Please make sure you check her out. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for watching. If you have any questions as a new teacher, please ask, because again, she is a wealth of knowledge. Thank you. She will help you. All you have to do is ask.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you so much, everyone. Bye.